That's right. You'll be treated worsely than Luka Doncic today.
Yeah, so let's jump into the sports now. Luka Doncic, he's getting eviscerated on social media. Not sure if you stayed up and watched the game. Luka fouls out with like 4 minutes left. Awful last foul. He tried to take a charge on a drive to the hoop late in the game, and then he just throws a temper tantrum. He throws a temper tantrum every time he doesn't get a call. It's legitimately every play. Now, you brought up a good point when we spoke about this earlier. LeBron James does this. Another guy that does this, Chris Paul, does this. All the players do this. They complain every single play, and that's the problem with the NBA because you can really call a foul on every single play. Everything's close.
That's how the game has changed. When I was growing up, the Knicks and the Pistons and the Bulls, they didn't call fouls. And they were getting fouled worse than Caitlin Clark. I mean, Oakley would hit you, Mason would hit you, Lane Beer would hit you, Rodman, the list goes on and on. Jordan didn't complain nearly as much as these guys. And, of course, he became a guy that shot jump shot later in his career, but he took the ball to the basket often early in his career. But it's changed. But look. All year we said nobody can beat the Celtics. We were getting excited about the Knicks. Yeah, but they can't beat the Celtics. We were right. Boston is the best team in the league. They're deep. They're great. Dallas overachieved. Very few people had Dallas in the NBA Finals. They got a great 1-2 punch with Luka and Kyrie, the anti-Semite. That's a great 1-2 punch. God, I can't stand him.
So,
but they're not a great team.
I was going to say you still hate Kyrie?
Well, the guy shows up the other day wearing a kafir. Yeah. You know, that is, for folks that don't know, that is that ridiculous, dirty-looking towel that pro-Palestinians wear. He's wearing that at a post-game press conference. I mean, he's a joke, this guy. We kicked him out of Brooklyn because that's who he is. But they got a great 1-2 punch. They're not a great team. Boston's a great team. Luka does what other players do today. They bitch a lot, but he's still a magnificent player. You can make a very good argument. He's the best player in the game, but the better team is about to win and maybe sweep come tomorrow night.
Yeah, spot on. Celtics are the better team. Luka complaining, and that's kind of the new era of basketball. Complain until you get a call. Yeah. And it's kind of a shame how the game has shifted that way. Did you see what the Celtics head coach said? This is like 2 days old now when he was asked about the two black coaches in the NBA. This is like the first time that there's been two black coaches in the NBA. You and Jason Kidd, who didn't even really realize was half black, but he is. And then he kind of completely changed the subject. I'm not sure if you saw the clip.
I didn't see it. Good for him. But I remember being in Miami. I lived there. I was doing sports talk radio in Miami when Peyton Manning and the Colts took on the Chicago Bears in the Super Bowl. Rainy, miserable night.
Was Dungy and Lovie Smith?
Right. That was the first time two black head coaches. Prince was a great halftime show. And I remember all week people making a big deal about it. I'm tired of it. I don't care. Black, white, female, gay, not gay, transgender. We spend so much time in this country talking about glass ceilings and nonsense. I don't care. If you're a great coach, white or black, I'm going to give you credit. If you're not, I'm going to kill you. I'm not going to be careful because the guy's black, and I'm not going to be extra nice because the guy's white. I don't care. I want to see guys who can get the job done.
That's it. And
Bottom
that's all
line.
that anybody really cares about. Nobody cares, like you said, black, white, gay.
No, people do care. You'd be surprised.
People do care, but you shouldn't
Stephen
care.
A. Smith cares. Okay,
Was it always like this?
Yeah, it's always been like
younger
this.
too?
Yeah, it's always been like this. You know, a lot of people play it off like they don't care, but they do care because they're always quick to say it. Why would you say it, and then you have the pandering white folks, right, that are so afraid that, God forbid, if you don't say that, you're going to be labeled a racist. I don't care. I know I'm not a racist. I know I'm not. I'm going to sound silly here, but I have black friends. I've got a lot of black friends. And I deal with a lot of African-American people in my job every day, and they're lovely, okay? But when I see something wrong, I'm going to say it. Even if somebody wants to call me a racist, I don't care because I know I'm not. But when you start to elevate certain people based on gender or skin color in any profession, politics, sports, that's racist.
Yeah.
And that's what folks don't understand. They think if a white guy says something bad about a black person, that's racist. The other side, they will make the argument that black people can't be racist because they've been the victims of racism. Nonsense. Of course they can. So I don't care color, gender, just get the job done.